And today, for a change, I'm not gonna try and sell you anything. I'm actually gonna be giving something away because, well, in these Corona times, I've been trying to clean up in the data center and it's not going very well. Well, yeah, I have been shipping stuff out, I've been selling stuff, so stuff has been moving out of the data center, but I haven't gotten nearly as far as I has hoped for. And I have a lot of old good stuff that I have a really hard time, well, parting with. So I'm gonna try today and give you an overview of what this is and see if someone wants it, please. I really like enterprise stuff, so this channel is more or less all about showing you enterprise server storage and network as far as I can get my hands on it and as far as I can find an angle of kind of telling you a story about it. But sometimes I come across something that ain't really enterprise and I have a really hard time saying no thank you, I don't need that. So it kind of comes with me home anyway. Yeah, I'm not gonna sell you anything this time, but I am gonna ask you, if you watch my videos, to please subscribe to my channel because that helps a lot too. There's a lot of big companies that has these social media managers and they are looking for where can we promote our products, and they only look at the numbers. So if I could have more subscribers, I would have bigger chances of getting awesome equipment for me to show you. So, but today we have this thing and I dug this up in the data center and it has been sitting there forever and ever. So let's see this. This is a 1U server and it's really weird. It has this lip here and I have no idea what that is all about. It says here, it has two labels. It has GTE Gaming Dev and GTE Web Dev. I'm guessing that is the company that that had this server, GTE Gaming something probably. And this is it's a chassis for a 1U server. It looks really nice on the front here. It actually has, I need both hands for that. It has room for 3 hard drives. There's, come on, Ow! How do you do that on this? It has 3 bays for hard drives. There's nothing on the back. I don't know if there might have been a backplane in there sometime, but it has nice bays that goes in there. 3 of them along the way here. It has a DVD. Is that a DVD? It has a CD-ROM drive. I have no idea if it's a DVD. It has a CD-ROM. It has a whole lot of buttons over here, one for each of the hard drives and LEDs for mostly anything in the world. And then it has a floppy drive over here at the end, so that is nice. On the back it has mostly nothing. There is this thing for your system board. There is no system board in this. I never had a system board for this. So I just got it because I thought, oh, that's a cool case. And then it has been sitting on the shelf for at least, I think I've had it for 7 years or something. But we have a power supply. We have this thing for the motherboard. And then there's room for 1 PCI Express expansion card over there. So on off. Yeah, that's about it. And this one is missing some screws, so it doesn't sit very well. So. It's rack mountable. It's a rack server, obviously. So there's that, and it has this cool little opening mechanism on the top, where you turn this, you open and you lock. Right now, oh, last time I tried it did something, but well, now it's open, so we can pull this forward and we can take the cover off. There. As said, it has no system board in it, but it's still a cool little cabinet. So over here is the CD-ROM drive, and it has an older connector, an ID 40 pin connector right there for that. There's a heck of a lot of cables for all of these tiny little LEDs. Plus there's a power on off button, there's a reset button. So yeah, you can do that, 2 buttons right there. not often that you have a server with a reset button on the front, so you can just reset the. Yeah, we don't do that on enterprise equipment. If it fails, it's cause for concern. So yeah, I'm not calling this an enterprise server. I'm calling it a home. Well, it would actually do really well for a tiny little NAS. 3 big hard drives and boot from an SSD would be cool. It has these weird grounding things that keeps falling off. You could kind of put an SSD there and have 3 hard drives, like 3 10 terabytes. So you could have 30 terabytes and boot on an SSD and have a little server that way. Put in a system board back here, something, maybe an older one. I don't think it's, well, the power supply, how many watts are that? 216 watts maximum of this power supply. Yeah, so maybe not the biggest motherboard. 3 hard drives, that would be, let's just say 8 watts a piece, so that would be 24 watts. An SSD, that's, you're up to 30 watts. Well, then you have 150 watts for whatever you want to put here, which should be plenty. And then a tiny little system board here that would use 20 or 30 watts, so it could be a okay NAS or something. It has this really weird fan system that I haven't seen anywhere before, where there's a rotating fan over here, drags in air. Where does it drag that air in? Bottom? No. It takes it in from this. There's holes in the side over here. There. That's not a great place to have an air intake, but it's raised up ever so slightly. You can kind of see that down here, that there's room beneath it. I can kind of see that. I can stick my finger, almost put my little finger underneath there, so it's able to suck in air that way and blow that out over the system board over here. So they have thought about this, and I have never seen anything like this before. It's a nice system in a weird way. So there's that. There's also a tiny fan over here to blow some additional air in that way, and I'm hoping that it's blowing this way. The normal thing is always to have servers suck in air from the front and blow it out the back. So there is some screw attachments here, so there is probably a backplane available for this server cabinet, and maybe you could even change out to have different disks. So we might have had IDE drives backplanes here, maybe some SCSI backplanes, so you could remove them, and you could probably buy the case without them. Maybe they just made a little bit of a saving and not had them in at all. So there's that. Then there's the floppy over here. It has a weird pin out thing. So you can this is kind of modular as well. So the floppy has this internal connection, but then it pins out to a PCB where there's a power connector and is that a 30 pin? I forget. Floppy, was that 30 pin? I guess someone will know. And there is a power thingy. Oh, that's for the fan. Okay, so, and another one of these that wants to come off. There. What do we have here? Oh, this is interesting. Why does this? Oh, so this fan can do something weird as well. Okay, and I gotta mess with that. Did I break it? Come on. Don't break it before you give it away. So, okay. Blotchy lot of cables here. Hard drive. You might not find a system board where all of these connections will be at. These looks like the normal system board connectors. These might be for, well, this one is for fan, this is for some temp, LED. So, yeah. And this is the connector for the system board. 20 pin ATX connector. And we have the normal Model X old Model X connectors for hard drives there. And we have like the system board would sit here, and then the PCI Express port is over here. So probably they had a system board with a riser card that would go that way, but normally you would just get a flexible cable and put it over there. One of the big hurdles is to get a system board that will sit here and not be too tall. Normally you have these high CPU coolers, and there's just not room for that here. It has to be fairly low, and it has to be somehow, the CPU needs to be over here somewhere so that this fan blower would blow the air that way. There will be even less space if the CPU is up here. So there is that. So probably you won't be able to take in very powerful CPUs. The power supplies is also a limit there, like 216 watts is not a lot. I see that the model year it's made in 2006. So yeah, it's not a it's 14 years old, this power supply. Oh, there's a spider here. So yeah, apparently this was a web server. So yeah, it might have be one of my spiders. It has been maintaining this system for years, and it has died with it. Okay, so if you're a Danish viewer of mine, the country is on lockdown. You can't get in through the border without a good reason. And I do not believe that this is a good reason. I'm gonna go pick up a server. Nah, that's not gonna work. Danish viewers, I'm giving this away. So if you've been watching this video and thought, ooh, I would like this server for this and that, and oh, that would be fun. Well, I'm giving it away. If you should happen to have something funny that you want to trade, that would be awesome. Maybe something that I could use to make another video. Preferable something that takes up less space. That would be awesome. Fantastic. Hit me up in the comments below, and I'll just pick. Well, there's probably not going to be that many of you that wants this. So probably the one that wants it. We'll figure something out. And besides that, I do hope that everyone is doing well out there. These are weird times. I call it World War III. The best world war ever. We are all on the same side, and the resistance happens from the couch with a cold beer watching TV. So stay safe out there, and please remember to subscribe to my channel so I can better bug the big companies to lend me awesome equipment for review. Thank you very much for watching my videos. Do subscribe to my channel so that you can see me again, and have a really nice day. Did you notice there was no noise in this video? We hadn't even powered anything up. Weird, right?